Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting happenings around Hong Kong. First up, the 53rd Hong Kong Arts Festival is just around the corner, featuring a spectacular performance by the Shanghai Yue Opera House. Mark your calendars for March 1st, as they bring to life exquisite excerpts from beloved operas like Dream of the Red Chamber at the Grand Theatre. In other news, the University of Hong Kong is taking a giant leap into the future with its next-generation smart campus, thanks to a partnership with Huawei. This initiative is set to enhance learning experiences with cutting-edge technology, making HKU a leader in global higher education. It's an exciting time for students and educators alike. Lastly, Hong Kong's finance chief is considering legalizing basketball betting as a way to tackle the city's significant fiscal deficit. With a large number of punters currently turning to illegal channels, this move could bring them into the legal fold, generating substantial revenue for the government. It's a hot topic that could reshape the betting landscape in the city. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. South China Morning Post reports that the 53rd Hong Kong Arts Festival will feature a captivating performance by the Shanghai Yue Opera House on March 1st, showcasing 6 excerpts from the rich Yue opera tradition. Attendees can look forward to mesmerizing scenes from the classic Dream of the Red Chamber, along with a fortune-telling segment and a performance by the renowned Zhao Jigang, dubbed the Prince of Yue Opera. Additionally, the Hong Kong Maritime Museum has launched a new permanent exhibition focusing on marine science, divided into themes of Under Threat and Hope for Tomorrow, which highlights the impact of human activities on fragile marine ecosystems while promoting local conservation efforts. For a unique dining experience, Sushi Zinc in Shao Kei Wan is celebrating its first anniversary with a special dinner menu featuring fresh, local sushi-grade seafood, including delicacies from Lama Island and Sai Kung. In another article, the South China Morning Post highlights the University of Hong Kong's, HKU, impressive ascent in global rankings, now positioned second in Asia and 17th worldwide. The university, established in 1911, continues to innovate by embracing cutting-edge technologies to enhance education. In collaboration with Huawei Technologies, HKU has launched a next-generation smart campus initiative, which includes a high-speed Wi-Fi 7 network designed to support interactive teaching and learning environments. This technological upgrade will significantly improve connectivity across the campus, including libraries and classrooms, facilitating seamless access to digital resources and enhancing the overall educational experience. HKU's commitment to integrating technology into its core infrastructure sets a global benchmark for educational institutions. Lastly, the South China Morning Post reveals that Hong Kong's finance chief is contemplating the legalization of basketball betting to address the city's substantial fiscal deficit, which is nearing 100 billion Hong Kong dollars. An insider disclosed that the government might allow the Hong Kong Jockey Club to expand its betting options to include basketball, potentially increasing revenue from betting duties. Currently, illegal sports betting is rampant, with estimates suggesting that around 350 billion Hong Kong dollars was wagered illegally in 2023, of which basketball accounted for a significant portion. While legalizing basketball betting could generate substantial revenue, the finance chief has expressed hesitance, citing concerns about the potential negative impact on youth and the message it sends regarding government finances. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports on a disturbing trend of extortion scams targeting Victoria's Chinese-speaking community, where millions of dollars have been siphoned off through elaborate schemes. Criminals, posing as government officials or courier services, instill fear in their victims via social media platforms like WeChat and WhatsApp. Victims receive alarming pre-recorded messages in Mandarin about parcels linked to illegal activities, leading them to believe they are in serious trouble. These scammers have gone so far as to instruct victims to create fake crime scenes and have coerced them into contacting their parents to demand ransom payments, resulting in substantial financial losses, with nearly $7 million reported in just 1 year. Authorities are urging victims to report these scams and advising caution against any unsolicited requests for money. South China Morning Post explores the ongoing discussions in Hong Kong regarding the civil services pay structure, particularly as the financial secretary prepares to unveil the budget. While some advocate for pay cuts for senior officials to address the city's deficit, the article emphasizes that merely adjusting salaries won't resolve deeper systemic issues within the civil service. The suspension of a critical pay level survey has left the government without the necessary data to make informed decisions about compensation, especially as disparities exist at various levels of the civil service. The author argues for a comprehensive review of the civil service's efficiency and adaptability, suggesting that technology and innovation must be embraced to meet contemporary challenges, rather than relying solely on traditional methods and structures. South China Morning Post also highlights the British Virgin Islands, BVI, plans to assess the feasibility of a global minimum tax rate, following a trend adopted by over 130 jurisdictions worldwide. BVI Premier Natalio Wheatley announced that consulting firm KPMG will evaluate which companies would be affected by this initiative, which mandates a minimum tax rate of 15% for large multinational firms. The BVI has long been recognized as a tax haven, attracting numerous companies from Hong Kong and mainland China, but faces increasing competition from other jurisdictions, including Hong Kong itself. Wheatley reassures that the BVI remains committed to maintaining a favorable business environment while also implementing measures to combat illicit financial activities, such as a new beneficial ownership disclosure regime aimed at enhancing transparency. South China Morning Post reports that despite the ongoing tariff tensions between the US and China, Hong Kong stock saw a slight increase on Monday, with the Hang Seng Index rising by 0.1%. This comes after a significant surge on Friday, where the indexes experienced their best trading day since October. While the technology sector faced some declines, notable gains were seen in companies like Trip.com and Huawei Semiconductor. However, the market was not without its losers, as Wuxi Biologics plummeted by 10.4%. The backdrop of this market activity includes recent discussions between U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng concerning tariffs, highlighting the ongoing economic tug-of-war between the two nations. South China Morning Post also highlights a serious health warning for Hongkongers regarding a contaminated French cheese product. The Center for Food Safety has urged the public to avoid Morbier gene parent cheese due to contamination with Shiga toxin-producing E. coli bacteria. This recall was initiated after the European Commission alerted local authorities, leading to swift action from the importer, Chef's Garden. The potential health risks associated with the contaminated cheese are severe, with symptoms ranging from gastrointestinal infections to life-threatening complications like hemolytic uremic syndrome. The urgency of the situation is underscored by a recent incident involving a doctor in Hong Kong who tragically succumbed to symptoms of the bacteria. South China Morning Post further delves into the implications of proposed salary cuts for Hong Kong civil servants as a strategy to address the city's significant budget deficit. With civil service expenses comprising a substantial portion of government spending, the idea of freezing or cutting salaries has gained traction. Historical context reveals that civil servants have typically seen salary increases, with only a few instances of cuts during financial crises. Critics argue that the current salary structure is outdated and disproportionately high compared to the private sector, prompting calls for a comprehensive review of civil service efficiency and structure. Supporters of salary freezes believe it could demonstrate solidarity with the public during tough economic times, while others caution against potential negative impacts on morale and the broader economy. South China Morning Post, Dua Lipa recently dazzled at Chanel's Haute Couture show in Paris, showcasing the brand's new Chanel 25 bag, a perfect blend of style and practicality for modern women. Known for her bold fashion choices, the singer has a long-standing relationship with Chanel, having previously donned their creations for various events, including the Met Gala. The Chanel 25 bag, available in multiple sizes, features classic elements like quilting and interlaced chains, all while offering a functional design with ample pockets. In an exciting campaign video shot in the vibrant streets of Manhattan, directed by Gordon von Steiner, Lipa embodies the bag's spirit of freedom and self-expression, singing along to an 80s classic, and capturing the essence of her busy lifestyle. "I'm obsessed with this bag," she exclaimed, emphasizing its practicality for her on-the-go lifestyle. South China Morning Post, Boucheron's latest collection, Untamed Nature, showcases the Maison's deep-rooted connection to the natural world, reinterpreted through a contemporary lens by creative director Claire Choi's. This exquisite collection, crafted from white gold and diamonds, draws inspiration from the raw beauty of plants and insects, transforming them into wearable art. Standout pieces like the lingonberry necklace and fuchsia earrings exemplify the intricate craftsmanship and innovative design that Boucheron is known for, while also paying homage to the brand's heritage. The collection not only celebrates nature's beauty but also reflects its dynamic and ever-evolving essence, with pieces like the moth-hair jewel and rhinoceros beetle brooch highlighting the Maison's fascination with the intricate details of the natural world. The Sydney Morning Herald, in a thrilling auction event in Brisbane, a three-bedroom Queenslander home sold for an impressive $2.14 million, surpassing its reserve and capturing the attention of local investors and developers. Set on a generous corner block, the property ignited a fierce bidding war, fueled by a recent interest rate drop that increased buyer confidence. The auction was particularly emotional for the community, as the beloved late owner had resided there for over 50 years, bringing neighbors together. Meanwhile, another auction saw a block of units sell for $1.485 million amid intense competition between a Sydney investor and a Hong Kong buyer. The inner-city market is increasingly attracting international attention, with buyers recognizing Brisbane's potential for solid returns. Additionally, a rundown three-bedroom home in Slacks Creek sold for $635,000, proving the adage that purchasing the worst house in the best street can yield significant rewards, as a local investor plans to renovate and rent it out. South China Morning Post reports that wealthy individuals in Asia, particularly in the Greater Bay Area, are increasingly choosing insurance policies as a strategic tool for estate planning. This trend has been highlighted by Patrick Graham, CEO of Manulife for Hong Kong and Macau, who indicated that nearly 60% of high-net-worth individuals, HNWIs, in the region prefer insurance for wealth transfer to mitigate potential family disputes. For instance, a Manulife client with 3 grandchildren opted for an insurance policy to ensure fair asset distribution and prevent conflicts. The appeal of Hong Kong as a hub for such policies is further underscored by its robust regulatory framework and innovative product offerings, making it attractive not only to local clients but also to Southeast Asian visitors. Daisy Sang, CEO of HSBC Life Hong Kong, noted a significant increase in sales of legacy planning products, reflecting the growing demand for effective estate planning solutions. In another article from South China Morning Post, the delayed live broadcast of the grand opening of Hong Kong's Kai Tak Sports Park has sparked disappointment among residents. Despite extensive preparations and drills by the government, the decision to air an edited version of the ceremony 3 hours later rather than live has been met with criticism. Observers argue that this missed opportunity undermines the city's efforts to rebrand itself as a mega-events hub. Former TVB General Manager Stephen Chan expressed disbelief at the government's reasoning for the delay, noting that if other events could be broadcast live, so too could the sports park opening. the government's defense, suggesting that a delayed broadcast would allow more viewers to enjoy the event, has been met with skepticism, as many believe that the essence of live events is the shared experience they create. The South China Morning Post also examines the decline of Hong Kong's Democratic Party, which has recently announced its impending closure amid a challenging political landscape shaped by the national security law imposed in 2020. Once a prominent opposition party, the Democratic Party has struggled to maintain relevance and financial support in a climate where dissent is increasingly suppressed. They have not participated in elections since 2021, feeling that the new rules favor pro-establishment candidates. The party's history reflects a struggle to balance its democratic ideals with the need to remain loyal to the country, a challenge that has led to internal divisions and a loss of public support. As the party prepares to dissolve, observers note the grave implications for political diversity in Hong Kong, highlighting the importance of maintaining a platform for civil discourse in the face of growing authoritarianism. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Dim, voices loud, headlines flashing wild. We're in a frame and now, stories told, it's time to plow. Eyes glued, truth pursued, understanding woven through. Heartbeats race breaking through, knowledge spreads the new view. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Every story, every play, living clear we convey. Every story, every play, and clear we convey. Losing focus, black and white. Every angle sheds some light. Morning, evening, through the night. Breaking the news, breaking the day. Truth and insight.